Anniversary update with classes. This is patch analysis 2.0.0. I hope you enjoy my thought process and terrible reading skills. Alright, store content. They added 2 Death Note colors, brown and light green. Added 3 new emotes, Tee Off, Air Loot, and Wild Flail. We'll check these out after. Added 1 new weapon, throwing axes. And you can equip up to 3 emotes at once. Log in during the first week of patch to claim your free event items. If you see this and you're watching on my YouTube, make sure to log in on the first week. You have probably 6 days since I've uploaded this. Anyways. Alright. Oh, they added brown for my happy little trees. Nice. And light green. I can do different color contrasting grass and tree colors. Okay, quality of life. They have updated the look of all the armors. Changed probe icon to its final form. This isn't even my final form! I doubt it. Maybe, I don't know. After like, what? 10 patches of changing the probe icon, they have finally found its home. Added an undo button for Death Note. Oh, can only undo the last 5 changes. You can also use Control Z. Oh, no more fuck-ups on my Death Note! Yeah! Reaper, Possessor, and Sorcerer have new rooms. Oh, I'm glad the Reaper's throne no longer looks like a 5-year-old drew it. No offense to the drawers of the Reaper throne room, I'm just saying. The skulls look like snowballs with like little, like, imprinted eye sockets. The name for telepathy messages is now pink. Oh, finally. Now people can actually read the telepathy. Good. The spawning system now looks at your last 20 games to reduce the odds of getting the same class repeatedly and increases the odds of getting a class you haven't played. I never played Inquisitor. Not once in like 2 patches of Heathens. Never had it. You know what I did have? Physician. Court Wizard. Butler. All the time. All the time. Alright, moving on. Unfriending warns it's permanent. Be careful who you thumb your nose at. I mean, can't you just re-add them? When a game ends after leaving a game while dead, you will now get a notification that shows how much gold you were awarded. Okay, so now you actually know that you got gold if you leave the game after you're dead and the game wasn't over. Loading screen now has music. Really? Okay. That is the quality of life. Let us go to General. King now has a crown floating above their character. So it's like Fairly Odd Parents. Little fairy crowns. The logbook, private notes, and ability descriptions were converted over to the newer text renderer. It had to be done. So they changed the text of everything. There's a new font. Alright, we'll be checking this out. If a player swaps an occupier into themselves, they will appear Occupy immune. So, there's been a lot of, like, confusion on when you as a court wizard swap, let's say, yourself and somebody else, and the butler whines, that's somebody else, and it gets redirected into you. It will tell you that you have successfully swapped and then occupied, which is kind of like, what? So, you will now appear Occ-immune. I guess that clears up confusion. Added a button to the logbook and private notes that allow you to send the currently selected text to chat with line breaks intact. Can only be used 2 times a day and can only send a max of 10 lines. Wow. So instead of having like day 1 log or night 1 logs, night 2 logs, night 3 logs, night 4 logs, it'll have night 1 logs and then a space, like a section, a line, and then have your night 2 logs. So it'll like fill up the whole chat. So it kind of makes it look clear. Added 2 new BD classes, the Maid and the Chronomancer. Alright, minor changes. Alchemist, reduce stone skin use to 1. Okay, so you have your night 1, you will automatically use a stone skin, and then you'll have 1 more to work with that you can use. So it was 2 reduced to 1. With the night 1 already counting as immune. Fixed potions not being used up when prevented. So there was, I guess it was a bug where if you were to truth somebody and you were prevented, you would get that truth potion back. Same thing with tars and bombings. If you were ever prevented with one of your bombs, you would get it back. So I guess it was a bug, and now it will be used up regardless. Assassin. Distract will now also disable a disabled player's abilities for the duration. Duration has been increased to 20 seconds. So what if you could distract a court wizard so he can't clear mind, and then you can convert them? But I think you would kind of know. Like, if you were distracted as a court wizard, you'd be like, and you're outed. You gotta make sure that you're outed, because if they don't know you're outed and you just get distracted, then who knows? It could just be a random distract. But if you're an outed court wizard and a sheriff finds the assassin, and you're like, I'm gonna clear mind this sheriff so he doesn't get converted, and the assassin fucking bam, distract, can't use clear mind, potential convert, you should think about it. And you can now also distract the possessor from force voting. 20 seconds seems crazy. I feel like that's going to be... There's a lot of strategies now that you can use distract with, because before, distract was kind of useless. You'd use it maybe 10 seconds before nighttime after the execute happened to prevent people from, like, ordering people around and telling them what to do. So you can now tactically use distract to win games and prevent abilities. Alright. Fool. When the Fool is executed, instead of being unable to use abilities for a night, everyone who accused them will now lose a use from all limited use abilities. Reaper will lose a soul, and Mercenary will lose a builder. So you'll lose happy hour, you'll lose a party, you will lose, Circle of Death? I don't know if Circle of Death has that. I mean, you'll lose a soul, so I guess that's it. You'll lose Will-O-Wisp. You'll lose one of each potion of the Alchemist. I'm assuming King loses a guard. You know what would suck is if you got voted up on the Fool and you lost your fealty before you used it. You'll lose a Prince Execute. You'll lose your 2-for-1. You'll lose an Eradicate. You'll lose a Nightshade. You'll lose a Bleed. It says everyone who accused them will lose a use from all limited use abilities. So if you're a cult leader, you'll lose Eradicate and Bleed. If you're Assassin, you will lose 2-for-1 and a Nightshade. Wow. That's actually insane. Yeah, no, everyone who accused them, obviously. Inquisitor now learns the starting classes of heathens. Wait, what? So when you start the game as Inquisitor, instead of checking everyone, like, find magicking, like, everyone, it'll actually tell you the classes that you're hunting. So maybe that makes Inquisitor easier to win with? I don't know, I feel like if you're evil, never vote somebody up that isn't evil. You never know. Mastermind can now commit suicide during day 3. So if people suspect you of being Mastermind, you can kill yourself during day 3 so your assassin can turn into the Mastermind. And don't just commit suicide just to throw the game, alright? Do it strategically. Don't just hit the button because it's there like your Butler Nightshade, alright? Mercenary receives a notification at the start of the night if they are shielding someone. And now leave after getting 6 builders. I don't know why you'd leave after getting 6 builders. You won the game. Start screwing people over and winning more gold. I love gold. Mystic can no longer target the king at night. No more fealty meta, boys. At least no more Mystic fealty meta. Oh, we can count that out of ever doing that. I did that, like, what, once? And it didn't even work. You can swear fealty, right? I mean, unless they got rid of the king's fealty. Don't ruin it for me. I haven't got there yet. Alright. Position. When you heal someone, the message is now green. Nice. Okay. More vibrant colors. Possessor. Abilities that target fellow faction members will now also be able to target the Possessor. Abilities that cannot target fellow faction members will not be able to target the Possessor. So if you target a neutral, target fellow faction members? Oh, okay, so if you possess... So if you possess a cult member's ritualist who's using Brotherhood on another cult member, it'll also target you? Oh, if you jump into an evil, cult leader can sacrifice you. Abilities that cannot target fellow faction members will not be able to target Possessor. I'm trying to think of, like, how this would be best used as. So if you're a Possessor and you jump into a cult member, the cult leader will know you're Possessor because he can sacrifice you. Abilities that cannot target fellow faction members will not be able to target the Possessor. Huh. Interesting. I guess we'll have to see this in game. You now only jump twice now, so they nerf Possessor a little bit because he has the force votes. So you can't poison or bleed the Possessor if he jumped into your Unseen or the Cult. Gotcha. Pretender, fixed ballot mixing not being usable during trials. Okay, good. So normally when you're like gonna get voted up and you forget to use ballot mixing, what ballot mixing does is it changes the king's vote. So if he force executes, he'll force pardon. Normally you have to pre-plan to use this before you get voted up if you think that you're getting voted up. Because you wouldn't be able to use it during the vote itself. So now you can actually use it during the trial if you're on stand or if somebody else is on stand. It's a little bit better. Scorn, rename Trickery to Disguise. That's probably better. Servant, added a day ability, Bewilder, preventing the king from using their day abilities to use this. Okay, so Unseen finally have a ability that prevents the king from using their abilities. Rather than like Invoker and Pretender. Yeah, because Poacher didn't have it, I don't think. So Unseen finally have a class that can now prevent the king from using abilities. Major class changes. Kings. Oh man, look at this king. Guards can no longer target other players. You can only guard yourself, so you're no longer guarding Prince. Reduce guards by 1. So you had 5 guards as good king, you now have 4 guards. You had 3 guards as evil king, you now have 2 guards. Interesting. Good king now starts with only 1 extra guard. Oh. So you have 3 guards? You have... Wait. Okay. Good king now starts with Safeguard instead of Swear Fealty. Target a player will be death immune for the night. You have 4. Okay, so they switched out guarding yourself with another ability called Safeguard where you can actually target other players. Okay, so you can still guard the prince. Never mind. Okay, so you have 3 self guards and 4 team guards. Allies will now also make the target death immune for the night. So if you find allies with the evil king, you'll make them death immune. And you had 4 find allies. So you have 4 evil... Okay. No more Swear Fealty, boys. No more Swear Fealty. New class. Alright, here we go, boys. Here we go. Made. Blue Dragon. Investigative. Matchmake. The night ability. Test if the target is compatible with the player you last checked. Start with a random player to test against. Cannot target king. Test if a target is compatible with the player you last checked. What does it check? Players are compatible if they win together. Oh. Oh. Fool and Scorn are incompatible with everyone. Royals are incompatible with each other. Why? Why does royals are incompatible with each other? Aren't like all royals BD though? Prince and princess are not compatible. Come on, man. I guess that'd be kind of OP, because then you'd know every royal, and then you can just get them to side with each other. Alright, fine. I'll take it. So if you have a drunk and a princess, they're not compatible. I guess because the drunk's like the uncle. Alright, fine. They just made it difficult. Alright. Nosy Servants, another night ability. Target a living player and a dead player. You will learn if the living player visited the dead player on the night they died. Does not count as visiting. Will not see non-visiting abilities. So it's kind of like Will-O-Wisp. But you can target them to see if they visited them. Yeah, you don't know if they attacked, you know that they visited them. So it's not confirmed that they killed them if they did visit them that night. So it could be like, let's say the prince is dead. And the knight was guarding the prince. But the prince died to a sork bomb. So if you nosy servants the knight to the prince, and he did visit, and the prince still died, you gotta make sure that he didn't die to a sork bomb, because that goes through Night Guard. Seems fair. I still feel like Matchmake would be better than using nosy servants. Okay. Handmaiden, the convert from maid. For unseen. Analyze, Knight ability. Test if two players are the same class type. If they are, you will learn their classes. Cannot target king or unseen. Infinite uses. So I guess 2 sheriffs or 2 observer. If you analyze 2 players, if they're observer and sheriff, 2 special classes, you'll know if they are observer and sheriff. Or if you test a knight and a knight, you'll know if they're both knights or if they're both reapers, or one of them's a reaper. Alright, cool. Prying servants. Target a dead player. You'll learn all the players that visited them on the night they died. Does not count as visiting. I feel like I would use prying servants as a handmaiden over analyze, because like I feel like you're just not going to get any information out of this. Whereas you could potentially find the neutral killer every single time with this. Or dirty nuke bomber. So this if you want to convert a maid, honestly, I feel like this will help you find the neutral killer. And then once you find the neutral killer, you get your mastermind to out you, to bust you. Get yourself killed and find someone better, because you are useless after you find the neutral killer. So I find, like, get the handmaiden on your side, bust the neutral killer, and then get yourself bust and find someone else. Alright. Chronomancer, Blue Dragon support. Support social class.
Harry Potter is dead!
Crouching, gifting a sub to Koala. Crouching, thank you so much. Pocket Dimension. Oh my god. Crouching, gifting another sub to Wazaza. Thank you so much, Crouching. Welcome, Waza. Pocket Dimension, day. If you die it...
Harry Potter is dead!
Crouching! Thank you! You beautiful man. And another one. Thank you so much. Not enough sub icons. Gonna get lunch now. Alright, Crouching. Take care, man. Thank you so much. If you die tonight, delay it for 2 nights. This will delay bleeding and poison in addition to attacks. Deaths delayed this way cannot be redirected with distort reality. So if you think you're gonna die, you use Pocket Dimension and you will live for another 2 nights. So if you're wolfed and there are no more poisons, or there are no more healers, or you're nightshaded and a mercenary or a sellsword blocks you and you're gonna die the next night from nightshade, you can use Pocket Dimension that day and prevent the nightshade from killing you that day for another 2 nights. Crouching, thank you so much for another sub to Alana. Alana, welcome to the Smooth Crew. I feel like Chronomancer should be unique. That seems kind of broken. Thank you, Crouching. Much appreciated, man. Delays. Deaths delayed this way cannot be redirected with Distort Reality. I'll read Distort in a second. Time Warp. It's a night ability. Delays a player's death for 2 days. This would delay bleeding and poison in addition to attacks. You can prevent a death multiple times. Cannot delay unhealable attacks or suicide. So you still can't delay Reaper's kills. But you can delay poisons, wolves, direct attacks on somebody that you think will die. Do you get a note? Like, do you get information knowing that you saved somebody from death? Alright, so you get told. Okay, cool. So you have infinite uses to delay a blue dragon's death up to 2 days. So if somebody died, can you use Time Warp on them again, knowing that they're dead? To prolong their life again? Like, you can save somebody from dying the whole game if you know that they've already dead? This should be like, you cannot target Prince then. Because, like, if somebody attacks the Prince and you delay their death, you just keep delaying their death until the end of the game. Wow, that's a little broken. Alright, Distort Reality. Night. Redirect a player's death you prevented with Time Warp to another player. Can be healed and does not bypass death immunity. So if somebody's dead, you can redirect their death onto somebody else. So if the Prince dies and you Time Warped them, then you can distort the death from Prince to somebody else and revive the Prince. It's like a revive. And then they just need to be healed. Ay, ay, ay. I can imagine like 3 Fizzes and 3 Chronomancers. Time Snatcher, the Unseen Convert. Converted from Chronomancer. Rewind, passive. If you become an assassin and have no uses of 2-for-1 left, you will regain a charge. So you get 2 uses of 2-for-1. That's gross. Alright, Time Snatch. Night. Target a poison/bleeding player. Cause the poison bleeding to speed up and kill them tonight. An instant bleed. This is a wolf right here. Dark Dimension. Night. Make the unseen appear not suspicious to investigators. So it's the princess. Okay. Bug fixes. Fixed a bug when Alchemist switches potion while targeting the same player. Oh yeah, because it doesn't really show. Okay. Possible fix to the Vortex Amulet execution crashing games in Vulcan. Hitting enter after having voted during a trial will no longer cancel your vote. Okay, this has been a problem for a while, and this has almost lost me some games. Thank you. Because normally when you hit execute and then you go hit enter to type, it'll rescind your execute, and you will abstain. Follow should now properly show the Mastermind cult leader's new target when they get a pity convert. Ah. So normally when you fail your convert 3 times and you're following the Mastermind, it'll actually show you who they really visited when they get the random convert. It's not just selecting somebody out of the list. It'll actually show them visiting that person, even if they didn't visit. Okay. Fixed Inquisitor's Ruthless Efficiency, preventing Reaper from reviving. I think it'll just show their new target. I don't think it'll show them visit 2 people. Alright. So we're gonna go check out the Chronomancer and the maid's new rooms. We're gonna be checking out the probe icon, and we are gonna be checking out the new Death Note colors, emotes, weapons. So let's go with the classes and check out. Okay, yeah, so the Good King does have 3 guards now instead of 4. And now you have 4 guards. Let's go to the Chronomancer. You guys can't really see it that well. Let me turn off my cam real quick. Okay, so this is the Chronomancer. I can already see a lot of beautiful smooth faces being etched onto that. Okay, let's see the room. Wow. So she's just floating in space? Wow. Amazing. And the maid. Aww, so kawaii. Where's the ugly maid? I feel like the handmaiden should look more evil. And their room is a little... Okay. Now, time for the Marshal's probe. The magnifying glass. That's their final form? Go back to the ham. Have you ever look at the Pretender's room? Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, there's a crown. Oh. There's no crown in the handmaid. It's the same damn room. Wow. And a bookshelf. They have a bookshelf. Okay. And a blue bed instead of a red bed. Okay. And they also have a broom instead of a bookshelf. Alright. So that does that with classes. Let's check out the weapon. Was a throwing axe. These ones. I feel like one of them should be in their face. Would have been sick. Alright, seems good. New armor? Oh man, they upgraded the armor. They never said they changed the weapons, right? They said they just changed the look of the... Nope, they definitely changed the look of all weapons and armor. Alright, let's check out the new armor. The new detail on it, wow. They never actually gave new armor. They just upgraded the look of the armor. Alright, the T-pose emote. Oh my god, why? The emote to convince other players that your game glitched and that's why you voted to pardon the mastermind. Air loot. Alright, seems good. Not creepy at all. I played my loot today for the prince. He enjoyed it without fail. I played it for his sister and ended up in jail. Oh my god. And then the wild flail. Like you're doing the wave while like hand slapping. When you have information that the court needs to hear, make yourself stand out. The 2-armed wiggle is sure to get you noticed. Of course it will. Death Note colors. Harley Quinn green. Okay. Ordure brown. It's kind of like orange. But now I can actually draw happy little trees. Avatar. Why do they have... What? Artifact locked. I have been named Kingslayer. Alright, what emotes are we putting on here? Yep. Alright, guys. That does it for my patch 2.0.0 analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be putting it on my YouTube within a day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Still have to kind of test it out, you know, try the waters a little bit in game. But that's my thoughts on it. Neutral killer rooms. Did they change the neutral killer rooms? Oh yeah, neutral killer rooms got all the Oh. Oh. Ooh. I still like the Reaper's Throne. Alright. There it is. You guys got the neutral killer rooms. I'll make sure to add that as well for you. Alright, GG's.